I was eating like so many scrambled eggs, and I started like being sick every morning, and I thought I had to maybe take a break. So then I took like 2 months off my scrambled egg eating, and now we're back. We're back eating 9 eggs a day.
Okay, rolling.
I have a deep passion for a handful of things in life, and one of them is scrambled eggs. And it may not be the healthiest relationship. We had to take a little break at some point. But we're back, and we're back really strong. So this is it. This is the scrambled egg episode. I feel so many ways about scrambled eggs. So many ways that I'm gonna try not like go off the rails here. But this is my thorough episode on the scrambled eggs. So first off, you really need 2 things, right? You need eggs, and then you need a good pan. We'll get to the pan later. But first off, 3 eggs. I always do my scrambled egg, 3 eggs, and I'm gonna crack 3 eggs in my bowl. I wish I could do like a 1-hand crack. Maybe let's try. Ah! I can do anything. Okay, so 3 eggs. And then there's quite a lot of things that some people put in their scrambled eggs. But here, it's simply salt. So just a little bit kosher salt. And then we just whip it up. You wanna use a fork as well. You don't wanna like incorporate too much air. That's why we're not using a whisk. We're just using a fork until it's homogeneous. So see, it's still like, there's still some whites in here. That's not good. We want it to be a touch more homogeneous. You know, in the Zuni Cafe cookbook, the Bible of all cookbooks, she says 30 turns. 30 fork turns is what you should go for. Anyway, and then we go off to our pan, which, oh, let's talk about pan. Very important here. No shame into using a cast iron pan this week.
You said cast iron. You meant non-stick?
Oh, I meant non-stick.
Yeah.
The one reason you need to have a non-stick is for scrambled eggs and omelet. Like literally, never wash it if you don't want it to age. I've been living with this girl for, oh my God, so many days. I've bought it at Ross when I was in college, and she's still alive, she's still going strong. Anyway, it needs to be big. It needs to be big enough, otherwise, if you use like one of those tiny pans, it's just gonna like brown in a corner and be raw on top, and you're gonna see how we do this. But we're gonna put it over high heat until it's pretty warm. Okay, let's bring the eggs over. So, surprisingly, which I think not a lot of people would know, you need to get the pan like pretty hot before you make scrambled egg, because cooking the egg is like a 6-second process. The thing that takes the longest is like get the pan hot. I have my little routine in the morning, and like once I turn the pan on, I'll do like a very precise amount of activities before going back to the pan. Like put the kettle on, and then pour some milk, and then maybe like one more thing, and then I'll get back to the pan and I'll be like hot enough.
It's not OCD at all.
No. Come over. This is gonna go fast. So once the pan is hot enough, like I touch it and it's pretty burning, we're gonna do about 1 tablespoon of butter. And that's a tablespoon.
Okay.
And then if you know your pan is hot enough, is the butter starts bubbling as soon as it gets in. And then, okay, I guess I did go a little overboard with the butter. I'm gonna take it out though, Okay, so the butter is full on bubbly, and that's a good sign. Normally when it stops bubbling is when it starts browning, and you don't want it to brown, okay? So I still got a few bubbles, and that's when we know she's good to go. Egg is going in. Okay, so we've heard a little sizzle, and that's a good sound. I just want to make sure you scrape all my good eggs in there. First off, you give a nice little shake, okay? And now she's shaken. You bring the edges down because you don't want the edges to burn. And then now we're gonna do big strokes for a few seconds. And then once it's basically almost set like this, okay? It looks raw, but then I'm gonna flip it on my dish here. And then the magic that just happened is that like a lot of chefs, like, they're like, oh my god, everyone is like so specific about their scrambled eggs, okay? But I just cooked it enough so that when I flipped it, the bottom is a bit underdone, but then because it's flipped, it's gonna steam itself and it's gonna slowly and like in the most tender and beautiful way ever, like cook. And you're seeing like a lot of people like a small curdle when they do scrambled eggs. I think it's really trendy and like popular, whatever. I like big curdles. So that's my style. And actually I wanna cut it in half and just show you the inside, okay? So you're gonna see the inside basically is like omelet heaven, where you have these beautiful layers that are like all perfectly set, and then the bottom is like steamed, and it's really amazing. That's all I have to say about that. Should I make another one? Okay, we're gonna do a second scrambled egg because it's happening so fast. So
Because you're obsessed.
because I'm obsessed, we're doing all the same thing.
Do you want to tell them about the
It had 2 yolks! Oh my god! Did you see that? Oh my god, this is good luck.
It's twins.
I found $1 yesterday and I have 2 yolk egg. Okay. I have a history. Once I really enjoy something, I kind of take it to the limit, and it's not necessarily very healthy. I've done that like in the past. Like, I love crustaceans so much that I've eaten so many shrimps in my life that I've actually like overdosed and I had to be hospitalized, and now I'm like deadly allergic to shrimps. And the day I overdosed it was like a shrimp fondue in my parents' house, and I probably ate like 7 pounds of shrimps. And then I went out with my friends, and then I started swelling like a fucking crazy person, and then I remember my friend gave me his scarf because I was snotting so much, and then I called my mom. I had a cell phone at the time. I was like, I don't know, like 15 years old. And then
Because you don't have a cell phone now, right?
I don't have a cell phone anymore, but whatever. So I was just like dying. Yeah, and then I couldn't eat crustaceans again. Back to scrambled eggs. I think the same thing almost happened to me with scrambled eggs. Like, I ate so many of them in college. All my roommates always thought it was disgusting how many scrambled eggs I ate. Like, I would eat like 3 dozens of eggs a week. Really gross. Well, my current roommate, cameraman, is allergic to eggs. So I have to intolerant to eggs. So I have to hide in the morning when I do my eggs and like bleach the whole kitchen so it doesn't smell like egg, and like open the windows. Okay, the pan is hot again, and the really lovely thing about non-sticks like this is that you just clean it with like the rubber spatula thing, you know, and it can just go like in the, ideally in the trash, but here we are.
And then it sits there.
And it sits there, it smells like. Okay, and then we have the brand new pan. We're gonna do it again with like a realistic amount of butter this time. It's bubbling immediately, it's making me happy. I have to grab the eggs. So
Is that realistic?
No, I think that's realistic. That's not excessive. That's really not excessive. So, like I said, if you hear immediate bubbling, like that's good.
Wow.
And then if you stop hearing bubbling, that means the butter is browning, and you don't want that, right? Okay. So I'm still getting bubbles. I'm excited. It's not browning. It's time for eggs. So, pan is hot enough. Eggs are going in. And immediately, like I said, we give a little swirl. Give it a little swirl, and then we bring the edges down because you don't want the edges to burn. And then now it's time for the big strokes. I kind of do it like this, from one corner to another, like this, right? And then surprisingly, I'm like done already, and you're like, no, that's not done. And then yes, it is. You just kind of flip it, boop, in here. Look at this. This egg is not as nice. The double egg yolk was not as yellow. Good eggs. 2 yolk egg. Really letting me down here.
That's weird.
But remember, this is me. Oh, shit. This is me circling back to last week's programming. I made hot sauce. And my favorite breakfast in the world is hot sauce with scrambled eggs. So here we go. Well, this is really good hot sauce consistency.
That looks great, actually.
Let's cut it again. Ready? And oh, and this is how you fucking cook an egg, you guys. Is there anything left to say?
Do you want to refer to the hot sauce in case people missed last week and they want to make it?
In case you missed last week was a really good week. We made hot sauce. So I'll put in the description below the hot sauce video link, and then you can learn how to make hot sauce, and then every morning you can eat like me. Like and subscribe.